And 3, 2. Guten Tag, Fraulein. How are you guys? How are you? Good, yeah? Sehr good, very good. Fuck me, fuck me. How are you doing, guys? I'm back. That's right, I'm back. And today... I'm sorry, excuse me, guys. I'm always coughing on the podcast, aren't I? Jesus. Today we're going to talk about the dreaded Cockblocker. Yes, we all know a Cockblocker. We've all been blocked by the Cockblocker. We've all been there, experienced their wrath. The demons themselves, the bastards and the bitches out there. They fuck us up with other people. But then again, can we blame them fully? That is the question. That is the real question. Because no matter what, if I really like a girl and a guy comes over to me, hey, Peter, don't go near her, man, I'm going to doubt it, right? Or at least if it's a really good friend of mine, I'm going to go, well, hang on a second. Whoa. What do you mean she's A, B, C, X, Y, Z, whatever the fuck? I'm going to be wondering, dude, are you sure? And second of all, even if I still want to go for it, I'm going to go, yeah, well, do you know what? Fuck it, man. I don't care. Whatever. I'm just not going to marry her. How's that? You know, that's what I'm going to do. So, like, you like, let's cut through the shit here, okay? You'd imagine that it has to come down to the fact that the person just doesn't want it, right? Now, let's be honest, ladies, and if there's guys out there, I've no doubt in my mind, team men here. I'm going to go on team men here, ladies. As you know, I'm a very fair guy, but right now I'm going on team men. This happens to most men way more than happens to women. Let's be totally fucking frank here. Okay? This happens an insane amount. I mean, it's even worse. Like, ladies, I don't know if you actually realize how bad we have it. Like, no doubt that you or one of your friends has gone over to one of your other friends and dragged her away from a guy, right? The guy mightn't even be fucking drunk. Right? Or he might be a nice fucking guy. You might not even know the guy, that he could be a nice guy or a bad guy. But yet, there you are, dragging him away. Right? Like, if that happened to you, ladies, I tell you this, there'd be fucking war. You know? There would be. There'd be absolute war. And by the way, when I say this next statement, I'm not talking about every woman on the planet here. We know this, okay? There is that percentage of women that when all of a sudden a guy doesn't like them, right? All of a sudden they get fucking ratty, you know? Now, to be fair, it happens mostly the other way around. So in other words, a girl's not interested in a guy, and, you know, a guy could be sulking or something, right? Or, you know, he ignores the girl the next time he sees her out. All of a sudden the girl's bitching and moaning. Oh, Jesus, he's very immature, isn't he? Oh, for God's sake. I dodged a bullet. Thank God for that, anyway. Right? But yet, you know what? I'm sorry now, ladies. For those of you who do throw a fucking hissy fit, not everybody, for those who do, you're way worse than men when this happens. Fucking way worse. And even worse, that small percentage of women that throw the sulk, you go around then fucking us men, right? And actually start ruining our reputation. Now, of course, not everybody, right? Let's not get carried away here. But we've seen this, you know? There's men can be vicious, and there's women can be vicious too. You know? So, like, you know, do things that make you feel good, and the other person feels good, or even better, turn it around, guys. Do things that are nice that you don't want happen to you. You know? And, like, ladies, can I throw a solution in here, right? If you're in a bar or wherever the fuck you are, or a nightclub, and your friend is talking to a guy, you know what you do? Unless now she's surrounded by loads of dudes, right? Now, hey, that's a totally different scenario here, all right? But let's just say it is man and woman, one-on-one. That's it. There's no one else around them. And your friend is chatting away to them. Let your friend, your girly friend, come back on her own. For fuck's sake, she doesn't need minding unless she's unbelievably drunk, all right? Or you know something about the guy that, you heard that this guy's drugged another girl. Well, hey, Jesus, that's a totally different scenario as well. But let's say now it's a clean slate, okay? The guy looks like a nice guy, seems decent, and you're going over to just either fuck your friend up, or your friend has asked you come over, or, she's giving you the signal, the bat signal, all right? Don't. Let her come over on her own. Let her get out of it on her own. Fuck in hell, guys. I've seen this happen a lot of times, and there's so many guys that have contacted me now through my social media, and so many men are pissed the fuck off because the girl comes over. Now, ladies, you know what? First of all, like I said, one, she can take care of herself, right? She doesn't need you coming over unless she's drunk now and she's falling around the place. Like I said, just stick to what we're saying here, right? If she's fully functionally operational and sober-ish or whatever, she can manage on her own. You let her fucking manage on her own. Okay? Now, here's the other thing. There's a lot of women out there that would absolutely be saying, well, of course I'd do that, Peter. What are you talking about? But let's be honest, ladies, you do know that there's some girls out there that do this shit, And you know what? Let the girl come back over whenever she wants. And why should you be coming over anyway? Wasting your effort getting up off a fucking couch. I'm sure she's well able to come back over now when she fucking wants to. I just don't get it. Now, then there's that, right? The girl's just not interested in you. Now, I would say that. Then there's the other girls that are just too focused on their friends. That, in other words, well, they actually like, let's say it's me, right? I actually fancy Peter. Jeez, you know what? He's kind of hot, or whatever, right? Or he's funny, or whatever, and she wants to know more of me. But the woman is too fucking concerned and wrapped up in their friend's bullshit because her friend is disapproving of men out there, right? They're the men haters. And you know what? They're miserable, and I guarantee you, ladies, for the ones that are listening here who've been cock-blocked by their friend, okay? Yes, you might want to keep the peace, or maybe they're saying to you, oh, come on, Jennifer, I thought we're having a girls' night out tonight. Stop talking to men, for fuck's sake. I never see you, blah, 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 right? I can guarantee you, ladies, the friends that are bitching and moaning about that shit are the friends that would fuck you over in a heartbeat if they met a guy themselves. You know it. They know it. She knows that you know it. Everybody knows that you know it. Right? But yet you'll still do it. And I don't know why. Because I suppose maybe the fact that they've bullied you. Like, there's a lot that goes on behind this cock-blocking scenario. It's not just about getting you away. I know that. It's not just about that, right? Now, again, we're on about now if there's a woman single out there, okay? You don't have a boyfriend or you don't have a husband out there. And, if you do have a husband or boyfriend, well, first of all, you shouldn't be talking to the guy anyway. And second of all, maybe you're just being polite to the guy. And okay, fair enough, right? And then your friend comes over and, she's trying to be the nice girl, even though I'm sure you can manage on your own. But still, grand, whatever. Let's just keep to the fact, to the story here, the scenario that you are single. Now, let's look at number 3. Maybe, just maybe, your friend has the fucking hots for you. Now, I'm sure you saw this coming anyway, and I'm sure that you've thought about this before, right? And maybe this ties in with number 2 as well. Not every time, but maybe the fact that she bitches and moans all the time for you. Jennifer, why aren't you with me all the time? You were always talking to men and I never see you. And then when I do fucking see you, you're always talking to the fucking men. What's wrong with you, Jennifer? Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. And then you're fucking attacking her, right? Then or she's attacking you, So what if there is tying in with number 3 and 2? Let's go with this. She's she's a bisexual or she's a full-blown lesbian. And she wants you, okay? And that's why she's getting you off men, right? Because she wants you for herself. And she actually realizes, oh shit, Jennifer she's not bisexual, she's not lesbian, she doesn't really fancy me. Or maybe she does. Maybe I've got to push her. And that's why then when your friend, the bitchy friend, meets someone else or meets a guy, she'd fuck you over in a heartbeat. Okay? So it's not necessarily that your friend is actually selfish. It's all her motivation is she wants to fuck you. Right? You think about that, ladies. Think about that the next time something happens to you. Like, okay, filter it out, right? Okay, let's call her the bitch friend, right? We'll call her Rebecca. All right? So, Rebecca's a bitch. She's always bitching and moaning to you that you never spend time with her. She's always this and fucking that, and it doesn't really make sense to you. Like, do you know the way, like, we've all had that moment where your friend is bitching to you and you're like, but I don't do that. But Rebecca's saying I do. Okay, all right, well, what the fuck is wrong with her? Maybe it's because she fancies the ass off you and she wants to fuck you. Now, maybe it is that you do genuinely go off and start chatting to men and you barely see Rebecca either. There's always that too. My point is this. If something doesn't make sense to you, okay? We've all been in this situation before. I was even discussing this on one of my last episodes. If something doesn't add up, all right? 1 and 1 is not 2. 1 and 1 is 59, right? From your friend. She's not making logical sense here. Or even a guy. Maybe it makes all the sense in the world. You just don't know what it is. And more importantly, what it comes down to, you don't know what Rebecca's motivation is. Maybe she does want to fuck you. That's why she's giving you these bitchy comments 24/7, right? And that's why it doesn't add up, because every time Rebecca bitches, you're going back to her and fucking, quote, taking care of her actually now. Maybe that's why Rebecca comes running up when you start talking to a guy, right? But she's saying, oh, I just want you to be safe, Jennifer. I just want you to be safe. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you can handle your own, unless you're falling down, collapsing like I was saying, right? But we're not going with that, right? Maybe that's why Rebecca's coming up. She wants you away. She's getting jealous. And maybe, just maybe, Rebecca is scared that you're not bisexual and lesbian, and she doesn't want to admit that she is gay or whatever, right? And she doesn't want everybody thinking that because she doesn't know what's going on. And maybe Rebecca then runs off with the first guy she meets, and she's being a, quote, hypocrite and full double standards because she wants to fuck with your feelings. She wants to make you jealous. Now, isn't that one useful way of looking at it the next time? Right? Don't give Rebecca the power of cock blocking you or dragging you away from some guy. Because I guarantee you, and look, let's say she's not bisexual and lesbian, right? And she's just a selfish bitch. I guarantee you, if she is just the selfish bitch, fact, I'm a guy and I even know this about women. Fact, she's going to fuck you over in a heartbeat when she meets a guy. Okay? And it could just come down to plain old fucking jealousy, right? She's longing for a man. She's dying to settle down, have the boyfriend, get married, have the kids, right? And you're the hot friend of the group, and you've got men falling all over you. You know? Like, guys, look. I mean, Christ. I'm sure, ladies, most of what I'm saying here isn't very, well, as in, you know all this already. But maybe there's sometimes you need to just remind yourself. You know, we all get lost every now and then, right? But you can't rule out the gay part of this. Maybe they are gay. Maybe they want to fuck me. And no matter how much you think you know somebody, doesn't necessarily mean that they're not gay. Okay? You know, and I hope I'm not freaking anybody out either, but because I could be very wrong, you know. Like, I could think that some guy's gay or some girl's lesbian, and I could be totally fucking wrong, right? Like, there's plenty of people that actually think I'm gay. The way I dress, the way I think act or something, I don't know, gives a fuck, right? But I'm not. I have 0% interest in men. But, you know, that's only kind of sometimes with the first impression. Right? Some people think I come across gay, or I don't know how. I don't even know what it is about me. I actually don't really give a fuck, to be honest. I take it as more of a compliment than anything. But still, you know, just don't rule it out. You know, keep it on the back burner. It's one of your tools to figure out shit. Because if things don't make sense, they make all the sense in the world. You just don't know what's going on. You just don't know what their motivation is, what their angle is. Doesn't mean it's a good angle or a bad angle. You just don't know what they're looking for, what their goal is, their end result is. And maybe they just like to cause chaos. Maybe they mightn't be gay, they mightn't be jealous, they mightn't be anything. They just like to watch people burn. You know, they might just, you know, I'm not saying, you know, you want to die or anything, but maybe they just like to see people get fucked up in relationships, you know? It's just one of these thrills. There's actually nothing wrong with them. They just like watching you lose the next guy. You know? It really could be as simple as that too. But I tell you, ladies, anybody that's out there, you know, look, Christ. I think we all know this. Men know this, women know this. If you're really, really drunk in a bar or nightclub and you're talking to a guy, right? It's an automatic thing too, where the women are keeping an eye on their friend. Doesn't mean that they're coming over to you to drag you away, but they're keeping an eye on you. You know, and that's and by the way, guys, you know, I think that's a great thing that women do. You know, because look, let's be honest. Like, this is just humanity fact that, you know, technically, we're talking technically now, a man's physical strength would be more than a woman's, right? We know this, okay? This isn't about me being Mr. fucking domination of men. Forget that. We know this, you know? As in the statistics, if you're the same age as a guy, whatever, chances are we've got more physical strength because we just fucking do. It's in our nature, all right? It's in our DNA. It's as simple as that, all right? So I understand 100% why women do look out for the others. And of course you would. You know, if men were the weaker sex, I'm saying, we'd be the same. We'd be looking out for the boys, you know? But, you know, if you're looking for a relationship, girls, and hey, there's guys out there that cockblock too, if you're looking for a relationship, you know the best way to do it is, and make yourself feel good? You don't feel good after cockblocking, do you? I mean, honestly, guys, the people that are listening to this, and if you are a cockblocker out there, right? Like, even the people, the psychos out there that they just love to watch everybody just suffer and fuck it all up for them. You probably have about 5 minutes max of pure happiness and delight, right? And guess what? You've forgotten all about it and you're back to the next thing. Totally forgotten about, and you've just fucked somebody else up. You know what you should do? The fact that you don't care, that's okay. Why don't you just be the nice person then? Because you clearly don't care, so why don't you just use your I don't give a fuck to help other people? Be nice. You know? Unless your girlfriend now is obviously on the fucking floor, drunk off her mind, well then you get the fuck over. In fact, you don't even let your friend talk to the guy because you're getting her away from the guy so fucking quick. I'm all for that, you know? But Jesus Christ, ladies, you know, if you are getting cockblocked or you have a friend who cockblocks you, get the fuck away from her or tell her, honey, I'm okay. I'll see you there in a minute. I'm back to the table. Because believe you me, let Rebecca bitch and moan all she wants, right? Let her. Because you know what's going to happen? She'll fuck you over in a heartbeat anyway. Now, maybe you do it all the time, right? So, you know, out of 10 times when you go out, 90% of the time you're always in the other end of the bar, right, talking to some guy and you're hooking up with them. All right, well, that's fair enough. Now, there's only a problem, one condition here. If you are leaving Rebecca, let's say, we'll keep with the Rebecca name. If you're leaving Rebecca on her own, right, well then, that's bollocks. And I would agree with Rebecca here. I'd be pissed off with Rebecca here, right? I'd be very fucking pissed off. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know, she's doing it again. Like, every now and then, fair enough, you know, every now and then you go meet a guy and, look, it just happens that Rebecca's on her own, but okay, most guys are used to end up on their own at nighttime. Now, look, if this happens every now and then, well, so be it. But, you know, I wouldn't be letting it happen fucking 9 times out of 10, right? I'd be on Rebecca's side there. You know? But you know what? If Rebecca's got one of the other girls there with her, fuck her. She'll be alright. Alright? Now, I still wouldn't be doing it 9 times out of 10. Have your girly nights, you know? Make sure, or even better, go out early, 7, 8 o'clock. Have your drinks with the girls or whatever, blah, blah, right? And then come 12:30, 1 o'clock. Well, then chuck away to a guy. What's wrong with that? For Jesus' sake. The girls probably won't even remember this tomorrow morning anyway. You know? Jesus. They probably won't even remember it. Even if they half remember it, right? I guarantee you, they'll go, oh, yeah, I remember you were talking to your man last night. But that doesn't mean they remember all of it. Right? Doesn't mean anything. Okay? For all you know that you could have come back to the table. So Jesus Christ, ladies, if you want to meet a girl or a guy out there, you know, don't let your friend fucking cockblock you. Alright? As long as they're over there in the corner, that's okay, you know, and if they're leaving the club, well then, hopefully they're going to tell you, which I'm sure they will. Alright? And you know, you girls, you've got that code between you. You know what the story is that way. But don't let your friend fucking fuck you over. Because she'll do it to you the moment she finds a guy. The ones that protest too much, they're the ones you gotta look out for. The ones who bitch and moan all the time. Believe you me, they're the ones that will fucking do it to you in a heartbeat. Okay? So, you know, look... Especially after coronavirus, guys. We all know that it's tough to meet somebody. We all know this. It's very, very tough to meet somebody right now after coronavirus. Things are getting a little lighter. They're getting a little easier. You know, but don't let your friend fuck you over. Alright? And besides, you'll actually lose a bit of respect for yourself. Like, you'll have respect if you told Rebecca, who's being a bitch, an annoying bitch, Rebecca, I'll see you in a little while, you know, if she's annoying you, right? And then if you don't want to be with the guy, say, yeah, do you know what? Sorry, look, I'm actually going back to my friends. I'm not interested. Or, well, you know, depending on what happens, but you'll have some serious respect for yourself. You know? And you know what? Rebecca will respect you more too. But I can tell you now, ladies, there's so many men, I hear it all the time. Oh, chatting to this girl in the bar, man, and oh, what happened? Oh, her friend came over and fucker dragged her away. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, this is a common thing, ladies. This isn't like, what happened? You're joking me. No way. Are you serious? Holy shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? No, ladies, this is normal life for us. We're like, ugh, Jesus, I hate when that happens, lads, don't you? You know? And believe you me, we don't have any respect for you either. If you start taking orders off your friends, we're like, oh Jesus! And believe me, our minds go to, oh well, that's me fucked if I get into a relationship with that girl. Like, let's say you got her phone number, but you can tell, like the guy can tell that you're just a soldier to the general of the army here, the women's army. Believe you me, we're waiting for the next time that you're gonna get, well, he's gonna get cock-blocked by you. Or her friend. Or your friend, should I say. So, you know, guys, Jesus, life is tough enough out there. You know? And, you know, I wouldn't be feeling guilty. Oh, Jennifer, I'm not that good looking as better as you. Yeah, well, do you know what? You can only bring a guy over to Rebecca. But you can't get them to hook up. Let Rebecca sort herself out. A little bit of tough love. Or even if you want, try and hook her up with the guy, you know, talk away to other couple of guys and make sure they're sort of standing with each other. Yeah, cool. That, like, if you want to make yourself feel a little bit better, get her talking to a guy. You know, get them hooked up first. Then go off on your mission with that guy. You know? So, anyway, ladies and gents, I hope this is some help. But ladies, it is it's a tremendous pain in the hole for us men when this shit happens. It really, truly is a pain in the ass. And why are you letting your friend cockblock you? Why? Like, it's ridiculous. It really is. It really is. Now, don't get me wrong. We have our faults too as men, you know, and we need to work on some shit too. So, anyway, guys, listen, thanks for listening. And, I'll be back again. Thanks, guys. Bye.